Yeah. This your player partner EyeQ, man. What do you do, man? Kicking shit like Luke Kane. Niggas been hitting me up, telling me react to this shit. I know who Adin Ross is. Haven't heard of Andrew Tate. Is that his name? Tate. Everybody's saying this shit is. I don't know what they saying. This shit is crazy. They saying it like it's. I don't know if it's funny or I'm pretty sure it's some crazy shit. But let's look at this shit and see what this shit is all about, man. See what it's all about. What the fuck? Adin acts sus around Andrew Tate. He still doing that type of shit, Adin Ross? I guess, man. That's what you want to do to get paid, I guess.
Why do you not grow out your beard?
Should I?
Yeah. It would make...
Would that make...
I already know.
Would that make me more...
You're telling me right now you cannot tell... Okay. You can't look at another man and say, oh, he's good looking. You're telling me that? You're really going to be like that?
I don't give a...
That's fine, but could you see, oh, this person's good looking, this person's ugly.
Looking at dudes saying that's a handsome dude, that's an ugly dude. I don't look at life that way. I look at life and say, that's a dangerous man, that's a victim. I view the world a different paradigm. Understand I exist in a different universe to you. When I walk down the street, I identify the possible threats. I have to identify the men I might possibly have to kill. And I identify the men that pose zero threat whatsoever. You. Yeah, like GTA. That's my life. I ain't going there going, oh, he has nice cheekbones. Look at his ego.
Yo, who is this dude? Yo, this dude voice funny as shit.
Weapon on his belt. Like I'm living in the real world, my friend.
I
like
can...
you could. Yeah, it's different. It's a different atmosphere.
Right.
You can't you're like if you're a fish, I'm an eagle. You can't talk about how you swim in the sea to an eagle. You can't talk about how you fly in the air to a fish.
Right. No, completely.
You don't understand. You're asking me the question. I understand the question, but we live in different realities. Different time zones. Do you understand me? I just told you how you get heisted in Bosnia. I just told you because that's exactly, bro, that's what I do. I see you and go, boom, that's Ethereum. It's free ETH. I don't even need a ETH mine. Just grab him. There, get him. That's it. It's done. There, I'm rich now. I'm richer. Buy another plane. Boom. Like, this is a different paradigm. You're worried about cheekbones. You're like, oh, wow, he has nice lips. And you get bust up. Like a pussy.
I get what you're saying.
It's different worlds, bro.
You don't even think like that. I get it. You're past.
I'm old school. I'm from the streets. I didn't make my money on Twitch. I didn't make my money sitting here talking. I'm talking now because I'm already rich. I turned up rich. I appeared on the internet rich. I didn't make my money from I'm that guy. I'm just a bow.
What's the most, like, what age was it where you hit where you're like, damn, I'm rich? Like, how old were you?
So I was broke for a long time. I made my first million when I was, say, 27. And then I had 100 million by the time I was 31, 32.
Holy fuck.
And then I became a trillionaire quite recently.
Yo, is this dude rich like that for real? Who the fuck is this dude?
Trillionaire meaning 1,000 billion.
Correct. Trillionaire. The world's first trillionaire. And that's why I normally say, like, because on the show, I'm trying to make it a bit more entertaining. I'm talking to these girls, showing a little bit of game, making them like me and stuff. But normally I just say to a bitch, I just say, hey, bitch, I'm a trillionaire. And they say, okay.
Yo, this dude is crazy. Hey, bitch, I'm a trillionaire.
Just say to a bitch, I just say, hey, bitch, I'm a trillionaire.
Yeah.
And they say, okay. And that's it. I just go up and say, hey, bitch, hey, I'm a trillionaire. And they're like, you're the world's first trillionaire. I'm like, yeah. Get on the plane.
Andrew, can I just say something? Andrew, I've been streaming for a very long time. We're about to peak.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, but it hasn't.
What the hell, bro? My bad, y'all. Oh, here we go.
My most viewers I've ever had. My previous peak was Blueface, the rapper.
Who the fuck is Blueface? I don't know these people. Who is blue? Is his face blue?
No.
So he's a liar.
Well, I think he's... Chad, why do they call him blue? I think it's because he's a Crip.
But why? But you got a liar on your stream. I don't lie about nothing. Maybe it's because I bring truth. Don't you understand? I'm bringing truth to the world. That's why I'm top G. Everything I say is fucking true all the time.
Right. So let me ask you a question,
this nigga
right?
Crazy.
At what point in your life were you like, damn, like, okay, do you feel like you've beaten the game yet? And you're doing side missions?
If this whole stream isn't a side mission, I don't know what it is. This has got to be a side mission to my life. I mean, I've always been rich, but I'm not just rich because of money. You have to understand, I'm rich because of a bunch of things that money cannot buy. Like, I know there's people with lots of money, but they don't have the network I have. They don't have the brotherhood I have. Just sitting with my boys, knowing that if it comes to, if the bullets start flying, me and my 10 friends, we all die or no one dies. Having that brotherhood, having women who would literally, you could go to jail for 10 years and they would wait for you. They exist for you and only you, completely and utterly. You are their entire universe. Like having physicality, walking through the world bigger and stronger than everyone else, having all those professional fights, and all the bad things, having the trauma, all the pain, all the bullshit I've been through. You ain't a good man if you haven't had trauma. A man without trauma is a weakling.
Andrew, I've been stabbed with a knife before.
Congratulate. Good. Finally, something admirable.
Yo, look at this nigga Adin face right now. That nigga said, congratulations, good. Yo, this dude is crazy as fuck, yo. I like this nigga. Who is this nigga, yo?
Show me.
I got 8 stitches. It was in my sleep.
Good. Good. See, now that's what I like to hear. So that's what I love to hear. Because as a man, you need things that almost kill you and don't kill you. So I'm rich not because of money. I'm rich because I've been through a whole bunch of shit. Like, I don't see anyone else on the planet richer than me because they're either too old or their life's been too easy. Like, I've had a very, very unique life, very, very eclectic life.
Hey, he's spitting facts, though. He is spitting facts.
I was born with the best possible start a man can have, which is good parents and no money. I've made all of my money completely myself the hard way. None of this fucking internet, Twitch, easy shit. I've done it hard.
Well, what did you say? What did you say? Like, so, like, you don't think any like social media people like Logan Paul, KSI, like you don't think like any like the top dogs, like they've worked hard to be where they're at?
They've worked hard, but it's not a coal mine, is it? Fucking YouTube videos. But, I mean, I actually have respect for the Paul brothers because they fight now. They don't have to fight.
Right. They don't have to. Yeah, exactly.
They don't have to. And they're doing it anyway. They're making life hard for themselves. I have to respect men who decide to do that. Because they could just take their money and just be fucking jackasses. And instead they're fighting. So I respect them for that. I'm not saying that everyone can do it. I know it's competitive, etc. But it's not a coal mine.
Do you see me ever boxing?
I mean, you can get in the ring anytime you decide. Whether you win or not is a different story, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
But it takes dedication. It doesn't take motivation. It takes dedication. You can't be motivated to put yourself through hell all the time. You have to be disciplined.
100%.
And dedicated.
100%.
Different. But yeah, I'm one of the richest men on the planet because of all the things I have that money cannot buy. My money's nothing, right? Money's easy. Like, once you're past 10 mil, let's say, there ain't nothing to buy.
It's like,
what are you really gonna buy?
It's like in GTA when you like do like you have like the money and you did all the missions, like you're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like once you have 10 mil's too low because I have 10 mil of cars, but let's say, and then a nice house, blah blah blah. Let's say 20, 30 mil, whatever. There ain't nothing to buy. I mean, how many diamond watches do you need? 3,
exactly.
4, 5.
Yeah,
it's you know. So there ain't nothing to buy. So at that point, it's just collecting money for the.
Is your most expensive asset your jet, your private jet?
No. I have some land and some houses that cost more.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the point is that
this nigga balling.
Once you get money, that's fine. But then I believe money is an amplifier. I don't believe money changes. I think it amplifies. So if you're a dork and you get incredibly wealthy, you become a mega dork. Whereas if you're a G and you get incredibly wealthy, you become a mega G.
So
I'll give you an example.
Amplifies your status.
It doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you are. If you see a Lamborghini pull up and a little nerd gets out, you think, oh, fucking super tech nerd, probably invented Stripe or something. He's a nerd. Whereas if you see a Lambo pull up and a big fucking strong, bald, whatever crazy dude gets out, you think, okay,
this nigga described himself.
He's a mafia boss. The Lambo doesn't change what you think. It amplifies who the person is. Money is an amplifier. It doesn't change. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very happy that I was poor for a long time because I never would have been able to learn the lessons I've learned if I was rich. I would have never been able to take those risks. I would have never been able to be in those situations. I've been stabbed just like you. I'll show you my scar. So I would never have been able to been put through hell if I had money. So I'm very glad I was poor for a very long time. And the reason I'm the richest person on the planet is not because of the amount of money I have. It's because of all the shit that happened to me when I was poor.
He making sense, though.
That's when I became top G. It's only when I became rich that people started to pay attention.
So you are more wealthy than Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos.
I wouldn't swap lives with them. Fucking fuck no. Like, I respect Elon. I want him to buy Twitter. Don't know why he stopped. Should have carried on. Anyway, they're great guys, whatever. I don't know them. Who cares? Point is, I wouldn't want to be them. Like, everyone wants to be me. I'm top G for a reason. I've got it all. I've got every single gift that God can give, plus all the gifts you can make yourself. And I state that without arrogance.
Yo, this nigga's actually making fucking sense though. But this nigga is funny. The way he talks, like how stern and how serious this nigga is. That shit is funny as a bitch, bro. Where's this dude from?
Arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am. And a lot of those things I did myself. And some of them were God-given. But the ones that weren't God-given was because I put myself through hell. I put myself through hell because I decided to throw comfort away. For 10 years of my life, I was never comfortable. Wow. Never for a second.
Isn't that, they say like the best, like when you're uncomfortable, it's like the best shit because you like, I don't know how to put it in words, but you're good with your fucking words.
Men are not supposed to be comfortable,
yeah,
my friend.
That's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
You're sitting here on Twitch.
I'm comfortable. I'm not going to lie to you.
You're comfortable, right?
I am.
If you were born 100 years ago and it was the 1920s, you'd be in some ditch in northern France, living in the fucking mud, hoping not to get killed by a random sniper in some bullshit war you barely understand for 4 years. Then you'd come home and hope your wife hasn't been bombed.
Yo!
You understand?
But
that's the world. That's the world. The world has become exceptionally easy for a lot of men. It used to be a different place. Most men were cannon fodder. Most of us would have ended up in wars, dying for fucking no reason.
Damn.
Now we don't have to do that. So because we don't have to do that, men think it's okay to just become comfortable now. You're not supposed to be comfortable. You were never evolved to be comfortable. You're supposed to be uncomfortable.
Hey, that's
and
facts,
if you find
though.
to make yourself uncomfortable.
Hey, this nigga is spitting facts. It's just his delivery is so funny, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna react to some more of this, y'all. Shout out to my nigga King, and who else told me to react to this shit? Okay, this is cool.
Comfortable constructively. It's very easy to be anything you want. You talk about GTA, Grand Theft Auto. I know the game. I used to play the old one on the PlayStation 1 when I was a child.
Which one?
I haven't played any.
Which one? You talk about San Andreas?
Very first one.
Vice City, GTA 3? Yeah.
Oh, the very first one, like 1994.
Yeah, who remember the first Grand Theft Auto? It was like an overhead bird's eye view. I might have to play that shit just to see like how that shit is like a classic, low key, like
old school. Okay.
But I've never played any of those games, but I find it amazing that people will sit there and spend all their time upgrading that character, making as much money as they can, getting the best guns, getting strong, getting some hoes, meeting important people, getting the best car. They'll do all that in a game, but they won't do it in real life.
Right. That's facts, bro. That's facts. I always say that, yo. The thing I always say is, niggas be like, because, you know, as I grew or as I've grown, nigga, I don't really watch too much basketball no more like I used to. Like, I got tired of just watching niggas get money, bro. And, like, it's not a hate thing. It's like, man, I need to be doing something, bro. Like, instead of watching on the sideline, not just sports, anything. You know what I'm saying?
I find that incredible. Like, my life is GTA. I don't need to play a game for GTA. If I want a gun, I'll fucking buy it. If I want a car, I'll fucking buy it. I want a bitch, I'll get her. It's me. I am GTA. I don't see why people play the games. They play the games because they're scared of loss. Because if you die in the game, you get another chance. If you lose in the game, you get another chance. In life, you get one shot.
Damn, that's...
But if you get some balls, that's what life is as a game. That's what life is as a man. This is one big video game. You get to upgrade your character. You're not born with any value. All these women that you just put me on with are born with value. They're pretty already. They're gorgeous already. They're good looking enough. Even if they're a 5, someone's going to give a shit they exist because someone wants to fuck them. Right. As a man, if you don't make yourself valuable, you have no value.
You hit.
You have to get up and do it.
Yep.
Just like a video game. You start with fucking 0.
I like this.
You have to decide if you want to complete it. You have to upgrade your character. So I find it amazing that men are going to play video games and fuck about and waste their time instead of upgrading their character. Everyone knows what to do. You know what you have to do.
You're right.
If you had to become the most dangerous, intelligent, respectable man on the planet, you know you're supposed to go to the gym. You know you're supposed to train, learn how to fight. You know all these things. You don't do them. That's your decision. It's your prerogative. I didn't make that choice. I made the choice to do it all. I decided all of that. And every single man watching this can do the exact same thing. which is why I have very little pity. When I do these streams and people think I'm arrogant or I'm rude to people, or even to you earlier when I was making jokes and I've been joking with the girls,
You're
saying
good,
drink the
bro.
soy latte.
I'm not, yeah.
Of course, and I know we're only joking, right? But the point is, that's a conscious decision you made. I would never make fun of someone who hasn't got a choice. I wouldn't make fun of someone born with one arm.
I have a choice, though.
But if you've made a fucking decision to be less than you should be, then I believe you should be mocked for that decision.
I agree. I feel like,
that.
yeah, because like you're not living up to your full potential. Like it's your choice to basically not live up to your full potential.
Completely. And me as a man, when I put myself through hell, when I have had such exacting, such stringent standards for myself, why would I then have less exacting, stringent standards on the people I meet?
Damn,
why would I put myself through hell to be me and then meet someone who didn't put themselves through hell and then treat them like my equal? No, fuck you. I suffered when you didn't. So you're not my equal because you decided.
Oh, shit. Commercial. Yo, this nigga is, he making a lot of sense, y'all. I might have to look at this other content with this dude and Adin. I gotta see this shit, y'all. I be hearing Adin Ross, man. I be thinking just instantly gay shit. No offense to the gay folks, but I just do, bro. I don't be trying to. That shit ain't really funny to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get humor. I don't get pleasure out of hearing that type of humor. Like
pistol, right?
I did not to suffer. You have enjoyed comfort when I haven't, and that's fine. But don't expect me to look at you as my equal because you're not. I'll snap your fucking neck.
Andrew,
that's the world.
Andrew, I have like a lot of friends around me. They're like good friends. Don't get me wrong, like they're real friends, but like they're incredibly like lazy, and they have so much potential. Like they can be big, they could be getting rich, all this shit, bro. But like they choose not to. So, but it's really hard because I love them. They're my friends, and I came up with these guys, and they're so entertaining. I love them. They're my brothers, but like,
I understand, but you have to. But there's something that's very always kind of confused me. When I tell people that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, everyone agrees. They go, yeah, that's probably true. The 5 people you spend the most time with, that's what you're going to end up like. They say, yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. And then they continue to hang around with people who they don't want to be. Why? There has to be a point. There has to be a point where you sit and go, okay, you're my friends, et cetera, I love you guys. Yeah, we can talk, whatever. But I'm on a different life path. You have to leave some people behind.
Right.
You wouldn't want to be, if you were to come hang out with me and you were in a room with me and my 5 friends, you'd feel self-conscious.
You're right.
You don't feel self-conscious with your friends.
Because you only you only surround yourself around people that are on like your level of like.
I'm with killers. We're fucking monsters. If you were to come hang around with me and my crew, you would be self-conscious. And that self-consciousness would motivate you, or they would certainly instill the discipline required for you to change. You don't feel self-conscious amongst your peers. That's why you don't change. If you were to get in a room and you're the only person who ain't a fucking monster, you'd want to become a monster. That's life. That's humanity. So I say this to people all the time. If you know you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with, why you hang around with people you don't want to be?
Nah, it's true, bro. I'm gonna tell you why, right? I was do you know who EyeQ is?
No.
He's this other creator that's like obviously like in my space. I was staying with him in September, and like I would literally like be on my shit like every day, like grinding, like at what I'm grinding, right? And like when he left, I had like no one around me to basically like kind of like on my like so it shows. I get it. Yeah.
And that's why I live in a competitive environment. I live with my brother, my cousin. I live with men. We have a big house. We could all afford fucking 10 houses each. We live together on purpose. If my brother does 500 push-ups, I ain't going to be the bitch at the house. I ain't going to not do them.
Right.
So that's another reason the war room exists. My organization, the reason it's so competitive is the reason we kick people out. You have to fight to keep.
Even if they pay, you're like, I don't give a fuck. Get out. Like,
I don't give a fuck. Get out. I'll kick them out. It doesn't matter. Everyone pays to join. You get kicked out anyway. You have to fight to keep your place. That's the whole.
Damn.
That's how life was. If we were still in the animal kingdom, the lions that you see on TV, they weren't just born big lions. They had to fight other lions. They had to fight to get that antelope. They had to fight other animals, hyenas, jackals. They had to fight to be the boss. We're living in a comfortable world now where people think, oh, it doesn't matter. But you know what? To some degree, it does matter. It does matter. And I'm going to tell you who it matters to. It matters to your soul and it matters to God. I stand in the mirror with a pure heart. I know I am the best version of me that could possibly ever exist. I know that God is proud of me. There's nothing that God hates more than sloth and laziness. If God were to create a man and that man were to sit around and do fuck all, God will frown upon you. It's why you're never lucky. If you're listening to this and you think I'm never lucky, I'll tell you why. Because God dislikes you because you're fucking lazy. Start to work. Start to show God the beauty of his own creations. You'd be amazed how lucky you'll become. Wow. God is unhappy with these people. And inside their hearts, they're unhappy. We talk about depression, anxiety, all those things you mentioned earlier on this podcast. That comes from self-loathing. You loathe your own weakness. You loathe your own laziness. This is what all of these things are. I don't feel depression. How can I feel depression when I'm the most powerful version of me that I could ever fucking be? How can I feel depression when I could squeeze my own hand hard enough to break my own bones? How can I feel depression when I've smashed and destroyed 68 people's faces in front of me, men who thought they could test me in fair combat? How can I feel depressed? It's impossible.
Dude, crazy.
Do you understand?
Bro, you got like the best fucking mentality, like brain, like ethic I've ever seen in my fucking life. What the fuck? Everything you're saying is just like that you said is literally facts. I agree with like 100% of everything. So why do we? Okay, here's another question. Do you notice that like human beings naturally we don't care about things until it's gone? Like we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone. Do you know that? You know what I'm trying to say? Like appreciation. Like,
correct.
Why is that? Why do you think that? And do you feel that way? Like, are you very grateful? Are you appreciative of what you have? Like, you know how to speak on that.
Yeah, that's a mental trick. You have to rewire your brain. That's one of the things you have to rewire your brain to do. And the reason your brain needs to be rewired is because anyone who is watching this stream below the age of 30, your brain is already broken. And I'll tell you it's broken. I'll tell you why. Watch your friends when they're on TikTok. How long can they even focus on a video before they have to change? Half a second, a second,
Damn.
Maybe. All of your minds are broken. You can't even focus on anything anymore.
You're right.
You are constantly distracted to the point where you can't even appreciate the good things in your life. You're distracted. Your minds are broken. You need to rewire your mind and resist the slave programming.
How?
They have programmed. I'll tell you how. First thing you have to do is identify it. You have to identify what is happening to you. I use my mind to break the trap. What I do is I allow my enemy to manipulate me on purpose. And then I use my mind to break the trap and punish the perpetrators. I will sit on TikTok.
Oh, shit. This dude spitting some shit, man. I ain't gonna cap, bro. He's spitting some shit, bro. I'm kind of surprised Adin Ross even have a person like this on his shit because he always have like, you know, I don't want to say weirdos, but weirdos. Not everybody's a weirdo on his shit, but it'd be a lot of weirdos. Let's get back into it.
For a day, and I'll just enjoy TikTok. And by the end of the day, I'll watch myself. How quickly I'm looking to be entertained, how little time I give a video, how fucked up I am. And then I'll blink and I'll cure my fucking brain. You must allow yourself to be manipulated and you must fix it. All of it. You just talked about not appreciating the things you have. Then blink and cure your brain. It's a conscious decision. You're letting other people control your mind.
It's all distraction.
The Matrix is trying to control your mind. They're very good at it. That's what they do to control all of us. You have to break the trap. If you cannot control your own mind, let me make this point because it's extremely important. If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. Right. You can't control other people.
Facts.
You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow.
Facts.
You can't control anything besides what you think. If you cannot
Hold on, this nigga Adin is digging his nose and rolled the booger.
A heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides.
God, this nigga's nasty, man. Booger rolling ass little boy, little snotty nose little booger boy.
You think. If you cannot control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control. Zero influence. You can't control anything. You're just a feather in the wind, waiting for life to blow you from happy place to sad place to happy place to sad place.
Right.
Completely hoping on the gods to be fortunate.
Yo, is that nigga eating a booger?
To happy place to sad place.
Roll.
Completely hoping on.
This nigga Adin Ross is eating his boogers? Bro, this nigga nasty.
On the gods to be fortunate to you because if any genuine discomfort comes your way, you're fucked. It is trained like everything else in life. It is trained. So if you find yourself not appreciating what you have until it's gone, then you must blink.
He want to eat the booger so bad, bro.
brain. If you find yourself unable to focus or concentrate on tasks, you must blink and cure your brain. If you find yourself unable to go and dedicate yourself to something you don't want to do, you must blink and cure your brain. Because all of our minds have been under constant assault for years. The way the mind functions, the way people interact has changed so significantly in the last 10 years you wouldn't believe. If you go to a party today as opposed to a party 10 years ago, they look completely different. People are acting differently. People are on their phones now than ever used to be. Even now, people will go to places only to get an Instagram picture, even if they don't enjoy the place.
Wow.
It's all about pretending they're having fun as opposed to actually having fun. The entire paradigm of society and how we interact has now changed.
Oh, this is a booger digging ass nigga, bro. This nigga stay digging and plicking and plugging and blicking.
To actually having fun. The entire paradigm of society and how we interact has now changed.
Stop,
Every single
man. Shit is, I'm about to cut this fucking video off. This nigga keep digging his fucking nose and plicking and plucking and eating and stuffing.
Thing in the world is attempting to influence you.
Oh, booger
I'll give you
rolling
another
ass boy.
paradigm that people need to understand. I ask people have these beliefs. Doesn't matter what their belief is. Doesn't matter. They believe in something. I say, where did you get that belief from? And they don't know. Oh, well, it's just how it's supposed to be. We're just supposed to wear a mask, whatever it is, right?
Yo,
where did you get that belief? Who told you that? And does that person have your best interests at heart? Think about it. Think about all the things you truly believe. Think where you learned it, and think if that person actually gives a fuck about you. Because the only thing you should be learning from is personal experience for people who genuinely care about you and love you. Most people are out here believing things and repeating things that were told to them by people who don't even fucking like them, by their enemies. Everyone's mind is fundamentally fucked. All of it. Look at me. I'm a guy who decided to conquer social media. I blinked. I cured my brain. I used basic indefatigability. I used perspicacity. I used compendiousness.
What's some words?
I used my mind. And I focused, and I fucking conquered the world in a few short months. It's not difficult. There's just no competition because everybody's fucking distracted. They're getting distracted by this, distracted by that, watching fucking Netflix, jerking off to Pornhub like fucking jackasses. It's so easy to win if you can control your own mind. But it seems that nobody fucking can. And that's how the people who run the world keep the world running, because they have all the slaves exactly where they need them to be. Permanently distracted and semi-depressed, working their asses off in jobs which will never satisfy them and never pay enough money. That's the matrix.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a repeating cycle. Like people like get caught in it too. And the problem is too, schools like don't really teach the best things. I feel like
schools are designed to make you a slave. You're set up for slavery. Whole thing's a fucking scam. The education system's a scam. The judicial system's a scam.
Yo, this nigga spitting, bro. He's spitting real shit, man. Let me know in the comments. Am I tripping? This nigga saying he giving some real game to this little booger eating little boy right here and to everybody else who listening.
The medical system's a scam. Look at these last few years. You're living in Canada. You haven't learned that everything's a fucking scam? All of it. Oh, but don't worry. If things don't go my way, I'll get to go to court and have my say in court. Yeah, that's fair. We learned that doesn't mean a fucking thing. The law doesn't mean a thing. Your rights don't mean a thing. It's all a fucking scam. The only hope you have is to cure your brain, see the attacks which are coming from the Matrix, get a strong network of individuals such as the War Room, and then learn how to escape. Most people are so deep inside of their programming. What did Morpheus say in the Matrix? Most people are so hopelessly dependent on the system, they will die and fight to defend it. Most people will sit here and pretend that the world they live in is just and fair because they are fucking slaves. Slave-minded. And to break the slave mind, to truly resist the programming, you have to understand what's happening to you. And this is only the beginning. I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours. But the basic answer to everything is you must control your mind.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah, bro. He know what he talking about, bro. For sure, you know what he's talking about, man. Y'all let me know what was the best thing y'all heard, because it was a lot of good points he made, bro. Real shit. I'm gone.